Okay, so as of the last time, I think I managed to get this so you could actually save things. Not super intentionally. Well, I guess not so that it could be used for people other than me, but I had to enable it so that I could use it, basically. Which is great. However, the experience with using animations is pretty bad. I want to see if I can clean that up some. Starting with this pattern of doing click actions dot append, that's not that great. I think I see why I was doing this. Because it's not going to... When I do it this way, it won't initialize this animation until the next draw call. That's when it'll initialize this animation. I don't actually know if that matters though. Well, no, I think that does matter. If there are other changes made before this draw call, then it's just mouse actions and stuff, then that could throw it off, potentially. So it would be safer to defer that as long as possible. Or perhaps I could instantiate the animation when the click is done, but not do any of the initialization. Which would mean basically not calling begin. So I pretty much only want to save the mobject. And that's it. I wouldn't want to call begin. Wouldn't want to call update to the start time. So maybe I'll just do that. And then instead of click actions.append, I'll do what? Because if the scene has this list of animations, it'll need another list for like animations to add during this draw call. So maybe just add another list, like new animation, something like that. It'll go through and initialize all of those. Or pending animations or something. Already has this animation list. I don't think this current animation is ever used. Self.current animation. And my Vim is not working. Not that. Is current animation... Yeah, so that's not used. I'm pretty sure that's something I added specifically for this web stuff. All of this, actually, I think is. And then I switched to a different design. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that. I'll just have this, the animation list. I guess I'll have pending animations, which will be another list. So that means here I can append the web animation to pending animations. Then on the next draw call, I can actually initialize those. And if I wanted to do one, that's actually the only way I'd want to do animation. So like here, I wouldn't want to initialize this here. I'd also want to wait until the next draw call, wouldn't I? Yeah, I think I will. if I were to initialize the animation here, change some stuff, and then do it during the next draw call, could that be potentially confusing? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, so what do I want to do here instead? Add shift, add fade in, add shift. I need to have... I guess I can just start with this one. Instead of add fade in, I'm gonna need some other method. It'll be like self that... I guess it'd just be not play, but like maybe well, I guess play is actually taken, so I definitely can't use play. Request play? Would be similar to the request animation frame that already exists in JavaScript. Although there's something 3JS has an alternative to request animation frame. Wonder what that's called. And I think it was like set tick or something. Frame.js. Keyframes, and this isn't really. I think if I go to the GitHub, I talked about this before. No, I can't do commentary. Oh, wait. I think it was here. Set animation loop. Well, it isn't really setting an animation. Maybe I'll just use request animation for now. Or request play. I'll just do request animation. That's a nice name. Although this will definitely be crashing now that this doesn't exist. It's trying to play it. Okay, so first thing to do this should not immediately call begin. All it really needs to do is set the mobject here. All of this should be moved into begin. Right? Like so. Then when I begin, this should take the start time. Actually, at this point, yeah, this will take the start time, end time. I think I'm trying to get away from requiring an update function, but I'll pass the update function there too. And this automatically updates to the start time, so I'll put that there. So now, when this is initialized, it only has the mobject. And this stuff will be passed later. I guess it makes sense for the update function to be passed here. Probably. I don't think like there'd be any reason to defer until later the update function. That doesn't make that much sense. So I have something like this. Although, then it makes me wonder, how would I overwrite this? Start time, end time, duration finished. Like here, when I initialize. I'd want to move this to the begin. Actually, I wonder... Oh yeah, it doesn't make sense to pass the arguments here. That would not make sense. Maybe this should be called... Okay, I'll just pass them object here. Object and direction. Here, when this begins, it needs to do this additional work, setting the starting point. So where would I want to call the super function? If this calls object has the object and the direction, I think I'll just want to do this. I'll set it for the object, then I can set the direction here. Then as for this begin part, here it's going to begin for the superclass. It'll set basically these times and it'll update to the start. So I guess I can call super begin after this. Oh, I don't need all that stuff. Like this. Okay, so now when this begins, it'll set that, then it'll do all this to begin itself. And finally the fade in. Does it need a new initializer? I think it doesn't. But when I call begin here, I want to do this, and I think the superclass begin. And I will have to pass these times. Start time and end time here, and the start time and end time there. Like so. And the update function is fine how it is. Oh, the fade out. Doesn't have to do anything in its begin function. I guess that's okay. This is gonna require a new way of thinking about these web animations that I'll first, when I initialize them, I'll pass just their beginning arguments. Then when I begin them, which maybe this should be like set times or something like that. But when I begin them, that's when I print the start and the end times. Okay, this is gonna break everything. But I've got to do it. Then the next thing is when I come to a place like here, where I'm passing a function that I'll later use to initialize the animation. I'll just pass the object and the arguments right here instead. And on that draw call, they should automatically be updated with the appropriate times. So this is going to crash. Probably kind of a lot. To go here. And when I try to play this, Okay, so the initialization function, it's not even telling me where. So that's kind of annoying. But init takes 2 to 3 positional arguments. That must be the initializer for the web animation, since that takes 2 to 3 positional arguments. Since I'm rendering this, the intro, it must be doing this, the add fade in. And this add fade in should actually be replaced. And this should be replaced with something like self.request play. And here I'll just create the web animation, or the fade in this case. Speaking of fade in, I guess it's right the way it is. This is a problem where there's this conflict between the opacity of the objects and the opacity used for the fade in animation. Then I might have to look into it a little more. But anyway, fade in just takes a object. So you should just put this. But moreover, would it make sense to pass a start time here? I don't think it does. It's kind of weird to like request an animation to play like at a specified time in the future. You probably just want it to play like as soon as it can. Okay, so now I pass the argument for this, the fade in. That'll use the initializer here. I have to write request play. Let me move this up here. The animations. And yeah, request play. This will be a web animation. What I'll do here, and I'll put self dot pending animations, and append this. And I think that's actually it. Oh, should I add the object here or when it's being initialized? Probably when it's being begun, I think. So for now, I'll just do this. And then when I begin this, here there's a sort of awkward loop where I look through click actions. And what I'll look through instead is the pending animations. But this should just be in draw, I think. Right? Oh, well, no, because the user updates draw. Well, let's see. Isn't update animations called automatically? I think it has to be. I call update animations, then I call, oh, I call draw, then I call update animations? Interesting. I guess that's going to have to be reversed. So now I'll call update animations first. And the reason for that is that it's going to let me look through the pending animations. And then begin those. Okay, then I'm going to need a start time and end time. And here's where I'm going to have to use that duration. Which I do think it makes sense to pass a duration here, optionally. Just one by default. this, and I don't have this duration. And I can, for the start and the end times, well, in that case, do I even need to have an end time here? If I have this duration. I could just call begin past the current time. And if this duration is already saved, then I can compute the end time. The end time will be like start time plus self.duration. So now, on the object and duration, when I initialize, request play, when I pass that web animation, it's going to be added to these pending animations. On the next draw call, it's going to go through all these pending animations and begin them with the current time. And update them to the start time. Then here it's going to update them again to their start time. So this is updating new animations. This is updating old animations. And where should I attach the new animations to the old animations? I guess I can just... I don't want these to be updated twice. Maybe it's fine to just do the old animations first. And then I can begin this, then I can do self.animation list. Without a pin, then this animation. And after initializing all of those, self.pending animations is empty again. And I guess here, when I'm beginning them, this is what I want to do, self.add animation.object. And make sure that's added. Okay. Which means now here, request play, fade in of this. That's gonna go here. Then on the next draw call, it's going to do this, where it's added and begun. Okay, so that looks right. Oh wait. That doesn't need the end time. This doesn't need the end time. Okay, I'll save this and see if... well, see how this fails, because I'm pretty much certain this will fail. Okay, so this is going to use request play this time. Intro object is going to attribute request play, because we didn't compile this. All right. Begin missing an argument end time. Oh, because this doesn't need the end time either. Since it already has the duration. Wait, self-magic direction. I guess I have to have this duration argument. For all of the initializers. Anytime there's an initializer. Well, that's not a big deal. Because begin now is supposed to only take a start time. That almost makes me think, if it's always going to start at start time, why is that even configurable? Whatever. I have to be like really, really precise with it right now. I can't tell if that worked or not. Okay, so that did work. That's neat. And I had to use this add fade in. So I'll save that. Now, the next thing to do is to replace all of these with request plays. I hope I can do it. It's supposed to be a shift. I should just have to pass the object and the duration, which I think is, I forgot the duration actually. 2.6 times up, and then duration equals 0.5. I do 2.5. That's a weird number. I'm pretty sure this, the click action instead of append, won't work, so I'll just comment that. Okay, so I'm gonna save that. I'm pretty sure this won't render, but that's not what I was expecting. Oh, I do need another close parentheses. No, that did better than I expected. This, though, t plus 0.3, I want this to start after this thing. Maybe I should just have a delay, like, attribute that allows me to delay it. But for now, I'll just put in the same thing. And duration equals 1, I'll just leave. Okay, and that does play them both. That's pretty convenient. Well, it shouldn't be super hard to, actually, having a delay. No, wait. Does it make The duration is definitely intrinsic to the animation. It makes sense that this would be... that the duration would be passed to the animation. Does it make sense for the delay to be passed to the animation? Or to the scene? Probably to the scene, I think. Since the scene will be delaying that animation, I don't know if the delay is intrinsic to that animation. I think it's probably something that should pass to the scene. But anyway, I'm gonna try to remove all these click actions things. So this one will be a shift. Signs, banner, 2 times up. Duration equals 1 is by default. This one, fade out, also self-dot law of signs banner. And the duration is 1. This one, shift 3 times up. Three times up, and the duration is 1.2 here. The fade in, this one's also delayed. T plus 0.5. Were both of these 0.5? Now I forgot the old delay. Whatever, I'll just come up with it again. Instead of having the exact same one. It should also be relatively easy to switch this to a syntax where I can call request.play or request play only once. And also, click index should probably be something the scene saves on its own, instead of something the user keeps track of manually. Let's see what this does. And I got an error. Not sure what that was. Shift, fade out, shift, and fade in. Shift, that's going to take a object in a direction. Which both of these are. There's the object in duration there. It looks like a time is being passed. Like the start time is being a direction. When I call begin, I'm passing it a time here. So here it has a start time. So this super begin looks right. And I'll start this over from scratch just to see for sure. Wait, why did the console close? That was weird. Oh man, I didn't save it. Maybe that's a good thing though. Because I probably should have done those. Added those animations one at a time. Oh yeah, that would totally break. Okay, whatever. Not a good thing, but at least I can take advantage of that. Is this fade in self-dead equation? And I can take note of the delay. Okay, so that's what I want it to be. So this, I can click once, great. So that, save that. Now I can do these animations one at a time. So shift the law of signs banner 2 times up. Like so, and I'm going to comment all of this. Okay, I'll save that. Try this. And I get an error immediately. Why? Oh, indentation. This doesn't have line numbers. I can't even tell if it's this one or the one before it. It's one of these plus equals 1. Honestly, this should just be factored out anyway. Like that. Oh, did that work? Oh, that kind of... Oh, that did work. Yeah, that worked. But I think I want it to be 2.5 so that it'll be all the way off the screen. Like that. Cool, so that's saved now. With that, I can remove this and work on adding this fade in. So fade in of, wait, well, fade out. Duration equals 1, I can skip that. Okay, I can see how this runs. Unindent level. What? Guess there's something up with it. Indentation error. Hopefully I can switch this with Monaco or something. It's still doing this. Why? Is that a tab? Okay, I think it worked that time. I have to work on switching out this editor. Okay, so the fade out was fine. Then there's this shift of the equation. I guess I did that wrong. Alright, 3 times up. This one has a duration 1.2. and it's not delayed. Okay, so I have this, that. So that all worked. Although I think I actually like the duration better at 1. So then I guess I can make this 3 times out so that those distances will be the same. I am bike shedding. That is what I'm doing. Anyway, I can remove that duration. Now the fade in. This must have been what didn't work. Which makes sense. Because that's the only new one. Nothing is apparent. Like, nothing jumps out at me. T plus half, so this is supposed to be delayed by half. But right now it's just broken, I'm pretty sure. Oh, nope, I think that just worked. Worked pretty straightforwardly. Cool. I'm gonna double check that I saved that and then try to run this from scratch. Okay, so everything's saved nicely, which is great. I should be able to just render this. And move this around. Perfect. Okay, so that's a little bit nicer. A nicer way to deal with these animations. As for the delays, I think that's something that'll have to be passed to the scene. Update function equals none. I think that's okay. I will have to change these fades to probably update the RGBAs array. The array of RGBAs, and it'll interpolate between those RGBAs as well. I'll deal with that a little bit later. I'll have star of web animation. Oh, perfect. Now I can just do that. And with that change, I think I'll be able to do multiple, a bunch of these at once. So I can do this. Oh, but then if I'm delaying something, I have to pass a different, I'll have to do a new call to request play. Which honestly, I think that's probably fine. Yeah, that's whatever. Or maybe I just shouldn't. This simultaneous thing. No, I think this is better. Okay. I'll do that. Well, did something wrong. I guess you can't append. Wait, you can extend with a list. So maybe this is what I want, Ted. Okay, great. Now as for those delays, my request play, I'll do delay equals 0. Oh man, that's a little annoying. Because if that delay isn't intrinsic to the animation, which I don't think that makes that much sense. Maybe if it were intrinsic to the animation, that would make things a little easier, I think. I'm gonna do it. I'll make it intrinsic to the animation. Or it'll be passed to the animation or whatever. That way... So this will take a duration and then a delay. Now it's start time will be a start time plus of that delay. And I'll leave that here. It'll update to the start time. So start time is this with self-tip delay. I won't need it here. Yeah, okay. I think this is the only place I'll need that delay. So I'll save it here. Now the start time is correct. And now the end time is correct. Oh, but it shouldn't update to the start time, should it? Should it? Probably not. That's gonna be pretty annoying. Maybe I could leave it in the pending animations until that delay is reached. And then once that delay is reached, that's when I can do... Because that's when I want... That's the time I want to add the mobject, not until then. So let me back up. Okay. So here it's saving that delay. I do a request play, and I have this animation here. All these animations here. And it's going through these. I don't want to do this for all of them. I want to say if... Oh, I don't even have the start time. How annoying. So there has to be like a... I guess another list. The animations that haven't been begun at all, then the ones that are being delayed. So I can say if animation.delay is 0, then I can just do this. I don't know why that was so difficult. But if it's not, then what? Could I leave it in pending animations? That would be kind of convenient. And then what would I do in this else? I would need a way to say, like... I would need a way to know the time at which to do this. For the delayed ones. And I'm actually going to have to do that no matter what. And it isn't possible to know the start time yet. Maybe I can say, like... like begin delay, something like this. And what will this do? Well, it'll know its start time and end time. So I could do like begin delay and pass like t. Which is like, well, t isn't the start time. T is just like when it's being started or when it's being initialized or whatever. And so if that start time equals that begin time, it'll already have its duration. Oh, wait, was this already right? Self.start time plus duration. No, but it's not this. It's this plus... Darn it. Plus self.delay. Begin time plus this delay. Then it'll compute the end time. So now it'll have its start time ready. And I could put like self.delaying, something like this equals true. Then will I want to do... This should be like handle delay or something. Because if delay is 0, aren't these two the same? Because that'll be the same, then that'll be the same. The difference is only this. So here, when it's beginning... Okay, maybe I want to do like animation.handle delay. With t. It'll compute that start time and that end time, and then if delay is not equal to 0, I guess you could put a negative delay if you want it to be funny. I'm just not going to deal with that. Here, delaying equals true. So after delaying equals true. Then I can say if dot maybe this should just be delayed. Whoops. That animation dot is delayed. rather, if it's not delayed. Let me get rid of this outer loop, or this outer check. It's gonna handle delay no matter what, then check if it's delayed. I'm gonna do the not case first, since I already know what to do. Why didn't that work? Weird. If it's not delayed, then I just do this. What if it is delayed? Maybe I could... Well, I won't want to add the thing for sure. And I guess I won't want to begin it. Although begin, I don't need to do this start time and this end time. Okay, I think this makes sense. Add it, then begin it. Yeah, I definitely don't want to begin if it's not, if it is delayed, I mean. Maybe I can still append it to the animation list though. I can do these two. Then here and go looking for animation list. Then I can check like if it's delayed. Like it was true. I can actually set this here. But if this is just... Hold on. Animation.delay. This is just animation.delay not equal to 0. And then I'm going to check this. So handle this delay. Animation.delay not equal to 0. And then I do this. I append it to the animation list no matter what, then I clear this. Okay. Then it'll come here. If the delay... Oh, here I won't want to check delay not equal 0. I will want to check something like delayed, because when I begin this, I want to switch that delay off. I say if. I don't know, self.delay. If that's not 0. Delayed. It's true. Actually, self.delayed is just equal to this. Or... Is this how this works? It looks too weird, and I'll use the parentheses. Oh, I removed it. That looks so weird. You do like 1 not equal to 0. Wait, it wasn't... How did I make it false? Oh, okay. Being bad at coding. Okay. So do this, handle the delay. If not animation dot delayed, do this. Add it to the animation list no matter what. Now it's gonna go to this. If the animation, if it's not delayed, then I'll just do what it normally does. else, what if the animation is delayed? I have to check if it's still delayed. T. I have to do if animation at start time is less than or equal to T. Then I'm gonna do this stuff. And then set its delayed to false. And I think that's it. Because then I'll have already done the same thing that I did here. It's already in the animation list. And then the next time this comes through, it won't be delayed. It'll check if it's finished, and then it'll update it. It almost makes me wonder if I can just move this straight into the animation list here. It's probably not what I want to do. I think that's... because on the first frame, the first draw call after the animation was added, I think I want to handle its initialization right there. One thing I definitely should do is remove the ones that get finished. I don't know if it makes sense to just leave all the animations. I don't know if it makes sense to just leave those animations forever. Okay, this is probably gonna be buggy. Okay. I am shocked that that worked. Wait. Yeah, that didn't break anything. I didn't delay any of them, but it didn't break anything. So now I can add a delay. Okay, that seemed to work. And I guess this will work. Do the same thing. And now I want to delay this too. Okay, that worked perfectly. The one thing I sort of wonder... it almost... I know I want to keep this... this is in the render loop, so I want to keep this code as fast as possible. It's not doing very much. Usually, pending animations is just empty. I wonder if this is taking time. I'll never be able to tell. Animation does start time less than T than it does this. Kind of weird that update. Oh, finished is never even checked. Oh, finished is checked here. check if it's delayed, then I'll check if it's finished. Maybe I should do something after all the animations are finished. Maybe that's when it should clear the animation list. Then this will be empty, and that'll be empty. So it'll just, I guess, do this. Oh, now begin doesn't even need the start. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Oh, because there's handle delay called before begin. So that doesn't need the time anymore. Yeah. And so this won't need the begin or the time. Did I get all of those? I think I did. Now, does it make sense to do one before the other? If I put the pending animations first, then the new animations will be begun and then immediately updated, and I don't want that. Okay. I feel like this can just be one line. If I could figure out how to highlight. Since this is pretty wide. Maybe I'll backspace. That's not a backspace. Or backslash. Yeah, I'll do that. Oh man, I didn't save the delay. I should really do some sort of auto saving. But I'll put this here, comma. And this can have a delay. I'll put 0.5 just to be a cleaner number. Okay. Darn it. It actually might look a little messier when it's all in one call, but I'll leave it this way and save that. Okay, now these two, now I can see, for example, that these two shifts, I think I want it to happen faster. I'll do O.7. Great. Also, when this finishes... Oh, it does update to the end time. Okay, that's good. Okay, then I'll save that. Alright, that's pretty cozy. That's pretty nice. So the next thing is... Well, I could update this editor. This editor is a little janky. Oh, I can remove... I think I can remove all of these. I'm gonna say 1 out of 2. I'm just going to. That'll be a much more comfortable way to animate. I should have a way to have multiple files so this triangle class doesn't have to be here. I'll deal with that later on. So the class triangle, class intro, which I think that should be 2 spaces. And it'd be nice to have a slightly nicer way of doing these animations. Like a list of click actions or something like that, which I guess is what I had before. But it should be more more self-contained. It should be more like this, self.click actions. It'd have to be like a list of functions though. Would that be kind of weird? Like, how would I pass a list of, like, do this on that, do this on the first click, do this on the next click? It would have to be like a bunch of functions. Maybe that's not so bad. I'll just have like self.click1, self.click2. I mean, in this case, it's only 1 command. So the click actions could just be... But I can't take a list of commands. It would have to be a list of functions no matter what. And then what arguments would I pass to that function? Probably nothing. I guess I could pass, like, the coordinates of the click. Right, but then how is that any different from this on mouse down? It's already being done on every click. So maybe it's just this should look through some list of like click actions automatically. But is that any better than doing this? I guess I would have to do this if elif and keep track of the click index. That's kind of awkward. Let me see. But I don't think it makes sense to do it here. On mouse down. I think it's within like canvas. Oh wait, don't touch that. On mouse down. Props.canvas data. Wait, what in the world? Okay, it calls this. I forgot how all of this works. Like, this never updates, does it? Oh, this does update, because I set this... Each time there's a new scene, I, like, set this again. Register render functions. Oh, this only updates the scene. Maybe I could just hardcode these, but anyway. This, when I click, it calls scene.onMouseDown. Now, what I might want it to do is to first look through this list of click actions, then do scene.onMouseDown. Something like this. Oh. Something like this. Now, handle click actions doesn't currently exist, so I have to put that probably here. And this has X and Y. Same X and Y that's getting passed to onMouseDown. So this is gonna say, it's gonna have to keep track of its own click index. So it's gonna have to start at 0. Well, I guess it's neither index if it's just counting. Oh, this is... I'll just call it a click index, whatever. So then... self.click actions will default to an empty list. Oh, there's mouse press callbacks already. No, but that's a little different, I think. Yeah, that's a little different, I think. Let me see how it's used. Oh, interesting. For funk, yeah, that is actually a different purpose. Okay, so this is going to say if, then I have to index the length. So I'm going to say if this is less than the length, self.click actions, then click actions index.self.click index. I'm going to call that function, and I'll give it X and Y, which are like percentages. Otherwise, do nothing. And go ahead and do self.click index plus equals 1. Like so. So now I can do, well, I guess I can just have this here. I can have def, like first click, X comma Y. Well, I wonder if there's a way I can opt out of receiving those arguments. I don't think so, really. I just see star args. Yeah, whatever. Then what I want to do is have this here. And have this here. Then click actions will be first click, then second click. And I want to do anything with this. Now on mouse down, I can hopefully just remove all of that. There's mostly boilerplate. This shouldn't do this anymore. Wait, yeah, click actions. I think this is just a pass now. Mouse down update, mouse up update, mouse move update. It'd be so nice if I could put all these updaters just in draw. That'd be really, really nice, but I don't think I can. Unfortunately. Oh well. Oh, I'm logged out. How did that happen? I'm still logged out. Who knows what I broke? I was doing the same site thing. Well, I should have copied this. Okay, so I'm going to regenerate that. I think I have to do this again. Paste this in. Okay, so now I have the click actions here. The draw is way cleaner. Most of this is way cleaner. Those signs banner, blah, 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 blah. Most of this is like positioning and coloring now. That was too long of a delay. That was, in fact, too long. That's better. That is more comfortable, even though the number's sort of awkward. So now, since this is not handled, this doesn't do any initialization until the next draw call, I'm just going to remove this from here. And I'll put this here. So I'll do this fade in. Maybe it looks cleaner right here. Yeah, sure. Good enough for me. Setting up this camera, I think this doesn't need to be added. Is this a fade in? This is a fade in. So I think I can just remove this and that'll automatically be added. Yeah, so I don't need that line. Then I set these colors. Wait, when are these colors even used? They're not used till down here. I should put that down here. I wonder if this looks clear like this. I just like trying to make my code look pretty. I think that's actually less pretty. Looks kind of awkward like that. Whatever. Or maybe. Darn. Like this. This? Who knows what I broke now? Probably some tabs and spaces thing. Okay, I'm gonna save that. Okay, that looks pretty nice. If these coordinates, it's basically a 3, 4, 5 triangle. Wait, this isn't 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, it is 3, 4, 5 because this is 3, this is 5, so the other one would be 4. Then I'm just moving it around. Here I'm coloring the tech. I don't need that. Then I set the animations. Since the triangle class is encapsulated, I only have to have its updaters pretty much. Great, so that works out really cleanly. So I'm gonna save that again. Okay, that's really nice. It allows for, what's the word? Compartmentalizing the code? It's not really the word I'm looking for. Isolating or whatever, the responsibilities. That would be really nice. Nice. That is perfect. And I can, for example, come back here. Look at this. Look at this. This shouldn't get slower. Since there was a problem before where it wasn't terminating old render loops. Okay, this is really nice. There are a few things I should probably switch the editor to Monaco. This editor isn't that good. There's another thing I wanted to do. What was it? What was it? Oh, a way to link specific scenes. Because if I go to straight to the present link, I think that's just broken. Because it has to receive data from the previous thing. But they don't need a way to to index a file and a scene basically from the URL. So that have to be like present / like a user / a file / scene. I guess that's not so bad. A file and a scene name. Obviously those will be like things I can put into a URL. But then will I want present even here in that case? Why wouldn't I just want to have oilertour.com look like this / a person and then the file and then the scene? That looks a little cleaner and should be doing the same thing. And it could be like this / present or this / edit. Something like that. One day. Right now I think a huge help would be just fixing this editor. Trying to switch to Monica would be a big win. Update animation logic. Okay, cool. I'll build this one more time. And then in the JavaScript end, man, I don't know what all this stuff was. This is basically working on sign-in stuff. So I guess authentication. And that's mostly it. Okay. We'll have to add that banner. Here, and say add authentication. Great. I think I want to deploy this. Yeah. Okay. This is already coming together really nicely. It'd be so cool if I could just do like this and then like /, especially if it's a public one, I could just do like log sign of signs /intro and just like go straight to that present page. That'd be so cool. That'd be really cool. Yeah, okay. Let's just make sure nothing's broken. Okay, so this is right. This is right. And okay, so this is right. If I'm... Oh, actually, if I'm logged out, this will probably crash. This is way cleaner. Way, way cleaner. That's super clean. But I do think if I'm logged out that this will crash. Also, is this slower than usual? It might be... Wait, maybe if I re-render this. That's still pretty smooth. Do it again. It's still pretty smooth. Maybe because there are more things on this screen? Let's slow it down a little. That's still quite smooth, yeah. Okay. Great, so it doesn't look like there are any rogue render loops that need to be caught. Okay, that's... Oh, yeah, if I log out, I'm pretty sure this will break. If I log out, go here. Yeah, this is using the old code, so this will break. If I try to render this. I think that means I should just copy my code to the public directory. Which I think this is my code. Although this isn't a big deal. Did I do it? 19316. I did not do it. I think I have to press enter. Okay, now I think that's fixed. So now I think if I go to just this as a logged out person, now it has that new code. And now this works. Neato. And that's going to go a little slower from the dev tools. Cool, okay. I'm going to try... I'm not looking forward to switching to Monaco. I think it's going to be really annoying. But I have to do it eventually. It makes it looks like it's not that much. It's info off features and languages. If you only need part of the features and languages, which is true. Let me make sure there's nothing... This is like fairly well maintained. There's not a ton that goes wrong anyway. Okay, so I think this should work. Let's hope. Not sure what this big D means. dev. Isn't it not a dev dependency? Isn't it a regular dependency? Oh, I think I understand. I think this only has some configuration to make the editor work. And that's why it's a dev dependency. Okay, so I close this stuff. So I did that. Then vite config.js. Vite plugin cross origin. I think I can just remove that. Well, until I want to... if I want to get ffmpeg working, I'll have to fix that. Monaco editor plugin. Vite plugin Monaco editor. Okay, then under plugins. Okay, let's hope that works. Then I'll just try to do this in the app. I don't think I'll need that. Or this. Hopefully. It's Monaco from Monaco editor, like so. Honestly, I'm not even super confident that that'll work, so I'm gonna try running it just after that. Okay. Good. It would have been really weird if that caused something to go wrong. Now this is where it might go wrong. Monaco editor.create. Now I have to pass a container. So here's where I create that. And I do use a callback. So to find a way to do that. And that is not what I thought I had. Text area. Oh, okay. So this, the value, will just be that code. The language, Python. Okay, what else is done with the editor? Hopefully I won't have to do this. This was really dumb. I will have to get the value somehow. Don't see an on change either. So how do I get the text content? It's probably something of value. I hope. More interfaces. Functions. Create blah 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 blah. Since it has these like interfaces, it might be something like higher up the stack. But this has to be something easy. Reading this will probably help. Editor.getValue, same thing. Great. Editor.value. Oh, I have to do like a set value or something like that. Because of this I model. Jeez, AMD. Okay, so I guess this is the API, which must mean this is where get value is listed. And there is a set value. Okay, so set value, that should work. Editor equals null, that should work. That should work. Hopefully I don't need that. Okay, I think that's all. This editor doesn't do that much. However, I fully expect this to break all over the place. And it's not breaking all over the place. Although I can scroll lower than the... Wait, why can you scroll so low? Interesting. Anyway. That's really neat. And there's so much space. Oh, because you can collapse. Neato. That's pretty nice. Now I can see that I want to remove that line, for example. I wonder if saving will just work out of the box. I think it didn't. But, that was doing a hot reload. Let me actually reload this. Now, if this works, I'd be happy, overjoyed to remove code mirror. So this extra line, if I remove that. Okay, something's wrong with the saving. Editor.getValue. Get value of null. So I create that right there. Okay, so here I don't have a reference to that. It must just be this though. That's probably all that is. It's gotta be just that. And there, now it works. So that was easy. And I want to hook into onChange for the the auto render. The onChanged event. On did change when the model of this editor has changed. I don't know what the model. What if this text has I'd feel dirty if I just search Stack Overflow. Though honestly, that would be really easy. Content size changed. What is this model? I don't understand that. There was content changed. A change in the text of a model. I think this is it. I think. What is a model? Okay, I gotta search it. On did change content. The decorations of the model have changed? That's a weird way to to describe that. On did change content model? Oh, this is called on the model. On did change content. What is the model? Now it works with editor.getModel on did change content. Jeez. What are models? I think I want on did change content. This one says editor get model on did change content. So I'm gonna try that. And then I have the event. I'm gonna do this exact same thing. Oh, I should leave that commented. Okay. Okay, I think it worked just from that. Well, that was easy. And with that... Oh, this doesn't automatically resize. Including shrinking. Window.resize triggers an editor.layout. Automatic layout true. Severe performance impact. Darn. Well, it does say might. But I think with an animation thing, I probably won't want to do that. What I could do, if it doesn't work that well automatically, maybe I could just like resize it and have like a do the resize button. Something like that. But I would greatly prefer using this to code mirror. Okay, I guess I just won't push this yet. And then I'll try to do a few nicer things like make the font size configurable and the resizing and possibly toggling this side thing before I push it. Great, so that's pretty productive, and I'm going to call it here.